Welcome to my video on combing charts and timetabling, which I trust will be helpful. So combing is a pre-timetabling exercise. It's when you allocate staff to groups in such a way that makes a timetable possible. It's a process which is often not understood. I've been on timetabling courses where candidates have got to this bit of the day and thought, I don't get that, I won't bother with it. When I've gone through it with middle leaders, often they don't understand it, but it's really important that people do. So I've made this video to make it fairly clear. And it's a really powerful tool that actually makes timetabling possible. And the example here I'm going to give is fixing a solution that won't work. And it's to do with a grid like this, which is a typical thing which a faculty leader might be given in order to allocate students to classes. So if we look at this here, it's a fairly typical faculty. You've got a part-time person, so if they are 2 days a week, it means they can't have more than 4 of the same class. You've got an assistant head with a reduced load, a deputy head with a bit less, and someone who only teaches Key Stage 3. So that might be someone who is from another faculty who just teaches in this faculty up to Key Stage 3. In this faculty here, most groups have got 9 classes at Key Stage 4. This only got 6 because this deputy's only got 15 periods. So that shows a split class. There's another one there, 4, 5, because the part-time person can only have 4 lessons. But on this chart here, that column there, the 8 periods given to 8x, are actually impossible to timetable. There's no way you could tell it from looking at this document here, but that combination of teachers, groups and lessons won't work. And the reason for that is because one teacher can't obviously have more than one group at the same time. And the way you model this and get it to work is by using combing, a combing chart. So this is what a combing chart would look like. And these are all screenshots from a little spreadsheet that I've written. And on the spreadsheet, you type in the people here and their teaching loads. And you also type in the curriculum here. So these are the bands here. The color coding is all automatic. So 11x, for example, 2 groups, 9 periods, a total of 18. And this column here shows you how many periods have been allocated at the top. And this box here summarizes what's going on as well. I'll just show you quickly the spreadsheet that's behind this so you can see that. This is a spreadsheet that I've used to demo it. And I've set it up here for a school that has year 7 through to 11. There's no sixth form, it could easily be added to this. And this school here has got 58 periods across the cycle. So that's 2 weeks worth of lessons. There's 2 periods that don't count on here. And so that's why it's 58 rather than 60. And each of these columns here is a different period in the timetable. It's not Monday 1, Monday 2, Monday 3. They will be moved around. And the color coding is all automatic, as is the totaling. So if you wanted to give this person here, say 11x1, you just type in the box 11x1. When that's done, it will change to the color for year 11. It tells you here that this teacher's got 1 period of 11x. They've got 42 left out of their 43. And there's been 1 allocated to 11x there. So if I was to do that and fill in the others here, there's 9 periods of all there. That shows that they've got 9 periods there. If this teacher had 11x2, anything with 11x will colour. So you could have A, B, C as well as 2, 3, 4. Put those across there as well. What happens now is that that's gone green because all 18 periods have been allocated to 11x. Everything's automatic. So if you were to do, say, 7x there next, 7x1, that goes yellow because that's the colour for year 11, so year 7, and you can see there that that's going in that column there because that's 7x allocated to Charlie. So everything's automatic. It should be fairly straightforward to use. So back to here. So 11x1, there's 9 periods of that, and you can see that teacher's got 9 periods, the other's got 9. They happen at the same time because it's the same year group with the same band. However, 11y has to go at a different time because you've got the same teacher teaching both. So that's year 11 put in there. What we're going to do now is add year 10. So they're in there now, and you can see that that column has gone grey because this teacher has got 15 periods. They're now full up, so that grey bit says don't give them any more. So you've got 10y there and 10x there. The reason these are over here is because that teacher there has got 10y and 11.3, and these are over here because that teacher's got 10y3 and 10x3. What we're going to do now is add year 9, and there they go. And you can see that 9y are over here because this teacher has got 10x and 9y. However, 9x are over here, and that's much better to fit it in like that. And you can see 9x1 is split, 4 periods there, 4 periods with Nadia. Because this person is part-time, 4 is the most that they can have. Adding in 8y, they fit in over here, and the reason they're over there is because you've got 2 teachers who are in both bands, so they can't go somewhere else. So what I'm doing here so far is I've followed the numbers here, which were given on the original chart that I showed you at the beginning. And you can see here I said that these year 8s are impossible to go. And the reason for that is they're allocated to Abby, Dave, Carol and Ralph. Now the faculty leader, that looks quite reasonable. You're within everyone's allocations, you've got a nice spread of Key Stage 4 and Key Stage 3. However, if we look when Abby is free, that line there, Dave is free, that line there, Carol and Ralph, those 2 lines there. There's no time when all 4 of those are free except here, and we run out of lessons because this school's got 58 periods. There's nothing free at the end there, and that means that there's nowhere for them to go. And so I'm going to show you now how we could rectify that. This is just one way that we could do it. These 10x's actually can fit over there, so I'm going to move those over there, which means that the 9y's and the 8y's can also move over. Now notice when I was doing this before that those year 10s could all go together there, and that gives me all year 10 at the same time, which could be helpful for assessment of some things and gives me a better clear block here to put other things in. So adding 8x, they can now go in like that, and you can see again I've split 8x1 because this teacher can only have 4 periods, the rest are there. And we're now going to, and this person of course is grey because they're now full up. I've got 22. Adding 7x, they can go over there, and again I'll split 7x2 because Harry can only have 4. This has gone red because this person is now overload. I'm going to rectify that by moving some of that one up to there, 4 to the part-time teacher, and to keep them having some capacity, I'm going to pop those up there. So that's fine now. But adding 7y, they've got to go in this gap here. But you can see when I do that, there's 2 teachers who are now taken over their teaching load. Now this one here I'm going to resolve simply by moving a period of that one to that teacher there. It's never good splitting classes, but sometimes you have to keep people in allocation. So that's fine. What I'm going to do now is move those up there to get a bit more capacity down here, but I've still got this problem here. And what I'm going to do is move some of these things here, 7y's, over to here where there's space. These ones are going down there because this teacher is 4 over, whereas that teacher there has got a gap of 4. So they go like that, and that looks fine, that will work. Now you might say, actually, I prefer to swap 8x and 10x so that year 10 aren't on at the same time. There's other solutions. And you might say, actually, this teacher here has got 3 periods capacity. If I move 2 of 7x's up to there, then that could give 3 teachers with 1 period, which might be better. Other couple of thoughts with this. You might want to try various versions of it, and you can go, if it's on the spreadsheet, you can go File, Save As, and get different versions of it. And another little thought is, if you've got a school with, say, a 6th form, and there's option blocks or Key Stage 4 option blocks, that's another restriction. And in this example here, this could be year 12. These here could all be within, say, the humanities department. Because it's the same year group, these lessons can't be at the same time. So that would look something like that. So geography is with that member of staff, history group is shared, and they go all the way across because, as I've said before, they can't be at the same time. Now you might want to add these in after doing bigger bits of the curriculum. You might want to put these in first. What you can't do is, of course, look at different year groups because you don't know how they're going to be blocked together. So what I suggest doing is either the year group that's got the most groups in it within this faculty, or the year group that's got the most part-time members of staff. I hope that's helpful. Please do get in touch. I'm very happy to give a free look at your timetable and blocking to suggest any solutions for you. More information on my website. I don't just do timetabling, and if you would like a bespoke spreadsheet for your school like the one I've shown you, again, please let me know. Thank you for listening.